I'm Dan.
And I'm Roger.
And we are the Wayward Sons.
And this is our show where we talk about comics, video games, movies, food, the great outdoors, and more.
And today we are talking about our trip for next week.
Clinton Road.
Yes, we're going to take a trip out there to Clinton Road, supposedly the most haunted road in New Jersey.
And possibly in the United States. For those of you that don't know, Clinton Road is a 10-mile stretch of desolate road out in New Jersey. It's home to the longest stoplight, and like 50 other weird things.
It's like 5 minutes, I think, isn't it? I think it's like a 5-minute stoplight.
Oh, yeah, the stoplight, yeah. No, to drive down the road, it's definitely more than 5 minutes, but the stoplight can get up to 5 minutes long, which is stupid. And I've actually been there twice, and I can vouch for it that it is stupid long. So what we did today, there's so many legends about that road that we split them up into two, and we each did a little bit of research. So we're going to take some turns.
Just a little bit.
A little tiny bit. I think you actually did more research than me this time around. I only got 2 pages. I know, right?
Surprisingly.
So we're going to take turns talking about different spooky stuff going on Clinton Road.
You go first.
I'm going to go first. All right. So the things that I was supposed to look up, and I added a few. I spelled strange strang, I just noticed. I was looking up cults, like Satanists, witches, the Ku Klux Klan, and I also added strange lights. I found some stuff about cannibals and aliens.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go down the line here. First up, I have the Legend of Cross Castle, which was built by Richard Cross in 1905. It has since burnt down, and I think pretty much the entire structure is gone now. But while it was still operational, people that went there would report seizures, seeing disturbing visions, and they would have like bruises and stuff when they got home from visiting the ruins of the castle.
Unexplained bruises.
Yeah,
I did a little research on that too, just because it was on the website.
Did they get bruises because they were climbing around an old abandoned castle?
Probably.
Maybe. It might have been ghosts as well.
Probably not.
So apparently the castle was home to Ku Klux Klan meetings, satanic cult meetings, just all kinds of different just bad sorts of people just meeting up there like it's like a breeding ground of desolate outlaws.
Just to add a little bit to that, Richard Cross built it for his wife and 3 kids, and in, like you said, in 1905. And conveniently, I guess they all died in 1917.
In the castle?
I don't know.
Let's say in the castle.
But there was a fire that destroyed most of the wooden structure for the castle, and a lot of the stone walls still remained for years afterwards.
They knocked it down now, though, right?
Yes, in 88, the city of Newark knocked it down because it was an attractive nuisance.
I mean, it isn't. People were going there ghost hunting. It probably wasn't attractive.
So they knocked it down, unfortunately, because pictures of it looked really cool. Despite all the graffiti and satanistic symbols and stuff.
I mean, we're going there, and we're a nuisance. So
the foundations are still there, so we can see that.
All right. Apparently, I found one firsthand account of a group of people that went there, and I guess they saw some kind of gathering. They're not really sure what it was. It might have been, like I said, the Druids or occultists or whatever. They heard weird chanting, and one of the friends actually had like a seizure type thing, and they got out of there. And once they were like far away, the seizure stopped, and super weird. And they saw weird writings on the wall, which apparently they looked it up later, and it was from the Church of Satan. I guess
nice.
I guess writings in a book by Anton LaVey, who I didn't do a whole lot of research on, but I think he was an important member of this Church of Satan. So, and I'll put a picture right now of that writing.
From what I was reading, it was the legends claim that most of the graffiti that was mostly inaccessible, I guess,
Like second floor?
I guess. I don't know. It wasn't very clear on that.
Mysterious. You wanna do? That's all I have on Cross Castle. You wanna do one?
Sure. I mean, there are reports of strange animals.
Oh yeah.
Out by Clinton Road. Most of that comes from an attraction that was built in 1972 called Jungle Habitat. A lot of the animals reported, like hellhounds, skinwalkers, monkeys from Jungle Habitat.
Jungle Habitat sounds lit. Hellhounds? That's pretty good.
Well, I mean, obviously, hellhounds and skinwalkers
are
from Jungle Habitat. But I'll get to Jungle Habitat in a minute. There was also one report in Weird, New Jersey of a floating dog that would float instead of running.
Okay. Floating dog. I hope we see the floating dog.
But no animals that have been reported have been caught. So there's that. So Jungle Habitat was a Warner Brothers production company, a drive-through zoo.
Okay.
In West Milford, New Jersey.
So
it opened in 1972 and closed in 76.
So did they use animals from that zoo in movies and stuff?
Maybe.
That's interesting. I didn't know
Maybe.
that.
I mean, I don't know. It didn't say that. But it was a 1,000-acre woodland. There were llamas, giraffes, elephants, bison, and they all just roamed free inside these fences,
that
right?
Sounds really nice.
There were also lions, tigers, and baboons that were behind electrified fences, apparently. And from what I wrote here in my notes is it sounds like Jurassic Park and it sounds awesome.
I was just about to say, that sounds like we're about to have a Jurassic Park situation.
And it's funny too, because actually some animals did escape and they covered it up. From what I was reading, wolves, baboons escaped.
So that actually happened.
Yeah, I guess. Emus escaped because emus are so fast running, like they couldn't capture them in time for a bunch of people to notice them running around. So yeah, they spent some time trying to cover that up, but they did get them back.
But did they get all of them back?
Supposedly. In 75, Warner Brothers asked for a zoning variance to expand their park. They wanted, at the south end of their park, they wanted to make a little amusement park.
Very Warner Brothers thing to do.
I guess they were going to try and build this park, and it was going to be like 500 feet from some people that lived nearby, and they had objections, clearly, because, you know, who wants to live 500 feet from an amusement park in a bunch of wild animals?
I mean, I guess it depends on what amusement park.
I mean, yeah.
But I might want to. I don't know. Not this one.
So their variance was denied. They eventually, in 75, they started liquidating their assets, meaning like their animals. They started selling them off. They had, for no reason, they had 70 lions.
You were saying something about 70 lions yesterday.
They had 70 lions.
That's excessive. That's too many lions.
And I wrote in my notes, LOL, because I thought that was funny.
It's a lot of lions. To feed that many lions?
And they said lions are supposedly notorious breeders and breed quickly and frequently.
Nice.
Which, I mean, now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense, because in a pride of lions, if a pride is taken over by another male, that male will breed with all the females and kill off all the young of the previous alpha male.
That's what happened in Lion King.
Yeah, basically.
Much more dramatic fashion.
And they said at the time when they were trying to liquidate all these lions, trying to sell them all off, that they probably couldn't get even $10 for a lion at any zoo in the country. So
70 lions and nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, when they did finally leave, I guess, I don't know. It kind of sounded suspicious to me. I didn't
This whole thing
research it.
sounds suspicious.
Yeah, I know. It didn't. It sounds suspicious because when they left 6 months later, after winter had all been passed, there were a bunch of animal carcasses. So like they kind of left, and maybe they left some animals behind. That was the claim.
That's the story, yeah.
But supposedly the animals were already dead. But I mean, I don't know.
No.
An elephant carcass and some bison, some zebras and stuff were among the carcasses left behind. And a lot of those claims where, oh yeah, there's like feral lions and stuff that are living in the woods around Clinton Road, comes from probably those carcasses. Because, after a certain amount of time, vultures and stuff, they're going to pick off those carcasses, and they're going to look like,
or maybe it was
a predator
lions.
Picked them off. I mean,
70 lions? What are you going to do? What did they do with 70 lions?
I don't know.
At least one lion is in that forest.
I really didn't do a whole lot of research. I didn't dig into that
well, you probably can't find it because they probably kept it on the down low because the lions are in the forest.
But who knows? We'll see. Next week.
We did find a legal hiking site that we're going to go up to. We're going to look for Jersey Devil prints. We're going to see if we can find the lion pack. So we'll let you know. I think the Lion Pride. Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. I think Jungle Habitat is actually on a road that branches off from Clinton Road.
Yeah, some of the structures are still there, from what I understand.
We can't legally say that we're going to.
Someone said that
legally.
They felt like it was very much like Jurassic Park because
the
big wooden gates that you drove through was very similar to that of Jurassic Park.
It sounds a lot like Jurassic Park.
I know. Sounds dope.
But if Jurassic Park had 70 like baryonyx, which they should.
They should.
Don't get me wrong, they should.
Back to the hiking trails. Supposedly a lot of hiking trails actually end up at the Cross Castle foundations. So from what I understand. Yeah.
I always assumed that portion would be like blocked off.
You would think.
I've been there twice. I haven't really gone into the woods very much. The one time I did do a bit of hiking, but I didn't find anything interesting. Like I didn't go to the Druidic Temple. I didn't go to Cross Castle. I didn't go into like any weird stuff to the Jungle Habitat ruins. I just kind of did some hiking. And the other time we just kind of drove down the road at night. So obviously we didn't do any hiking then. All right. Is that all you got on
yeah, that's all I got on Jungle Habitat and Strange Animals.
All right. Well, I'm going to move on to unidentified flying objects. So this one is
UFOs.
This one's actually pretty interesting because there apparently is a testimonial from a police officer. So let's see what we got. In 1966, in the month of January, police were flooded, specifically Officer Joe Sisko for the story. They were flooded with reports of strange lights over Wannock Reservoir, which is the reservoir near Clinton Road.
Okay.
That's going to come up later, I think, in the little ghost bridge. One of the reports said, something is burning a hole in the ice. Something with a bright light on it. It's going up and down. Mysterious, right? Piqued your interest? When Joe Sisko arrived on the scene, he saw a light hovering over the water, and then it quickly darted away. So he actually got there and he saw the light. The officer did.
When did this take place?
January of 1966.
Is he still alive?
Joe Sisko? I don't know.
We should research that.
We're gonna track down Joe Sisko and question about this.
Maybe we'll try that.
And then a few months, well, almost a year later, in October of I guess 1967, it didn't say. This was observed again, but this time over Dead Man's Curve along Clinton Road,
which is where the dead boy of Dead Man's Curve.
And that's all I got on aliens, so you can jump right on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of legends surrounding the ghost boy of Dead Man's Curve.
Yeah, there's different variations.
And some of them conflict. One of the legends is if you place a quarter on the yellow line, it will be returned to you at midnight. Whether we do that or not, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I've done both. I didn't get the coin back either time. However, like if you're a little ghost boy, people are going on that road all day long, throwing these coins into the water. You're not gonna be able to return.
Is that many people showing up at Clinton Road like this? A lot of people go to this.
It's notorious for it. We'll talk about it later with the Phantom trucks. But the locals do not like it.
I actually didn't get any information on that.
I'll do the Phantom truck.
All right.
But I don't have anything written down, but I was reading about it. If you're a little ghost boy and people are throwing coins constantly, you don't have time to return all of them.
But you're a ghost.
Right? Yeah.
You have infinite time.
You don't know how ghosts work.
I mean,
maybe they have less time. Maybe they move slowly. You don't know. I mean, obviously in the long run they have more time. But maybe 20 years from now they'll return your coin. You'll just wake up one night and there'll be a coin there. Oh, tonight we're drinking Saranac
Pumpkin.
To stay spooky.
Stay spooky. It's great.
But yeah, I didn't have my coins returned. But that doesn't mean no one has.
Yeah. In other accounts, if you toss coins into the water, they'll be thrown back.
Yeah.
And you'll see the reflection of the boy on the surface of the water. In other stories, the boy is less interested in coins, but will push you off the bridge to save your life.
Like if a car is coming, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he was run over at the bridge.
Is that what happened?
That's why it's conflicting, because supposedly one legend said that he drowned underneath the bridge, and then another legend says he was run over.
I think I heard he drowned like in the reservoir, like not under the bridge.
Right.
I'm sure there's probably like 12 different variations of the story, but
so obviously that's conflicting. There's also hundreds of stories of phantom vehicles chasing people on the road. They mysteriously vanish. All makes and models have been reported, but the most common report is a girl in a Camaro.
The ghost Camaro.
Supposedly in 1988, a girl died crashing her Camaro driving at night. Any mention of her driving at night will trigger the violent specter and will run you off the road, and will run you off the road before crashing into the trees itself, I guess.
Interesting.
But there's also no actual police report of such a girl dying on the road in a Camaro.
Like there is, I think, accidents pretty frequently on there. Yeah. But it's a very windy road and there's not a lot of lights. Like it goes through forests. There's not street lights and it's really windy. People go too fast. So there's a lot of accidents, but I don't know if any of them are caused by ghost Camaros. Can't verify.
There's also rumors of a ghost truck.
Right.
Which you know about.
Yeah, so I did a little bit of reading on the ghost truck. I guess it's just like a pickup truck or a semi or whatever, and it's supposed to like tailgate you and drive real close behind you and run you off the road. And then like when you look behind you, it'll just have vanished. A lot of times what happens is that locals and trucks will do this to scare tourists.
Yeah.
They'll drive up on them. So it's hard to tell if you've had an experience.
Or, I mean, they drive the road frequently, like I do back home, and drive my roads frequently, and I tailgate people all the time.
No, I think
truck.
I think they do it purposely, because I don't think they like all these ghost hunters or whatever driving slowly on their road, looking out the window for ghosts. I mean,
that's dangerous though if you're gonna tailgate somebody.
Yeah, like it's 100%. It's probably like all the local teenagers and stuff doing it. I don't think any like
maybe.
Who knows? Adults are out there tailgating people in their truck.
I don't know. People are crazy.
Yeah,
man.
True. Maybe it probably is. Yeah.
People are crazy.
But anyway, there's no way to tell if there's also instances of an actual ghost truck, because you can't tell the difference, right?
Right.
Unless you just track that person down and run them off the road and say, "Are you a real person?" Which don't do that.
Or are you a ghost?
Shake them. Are you a ghost? Don't do it.
You got anything else?
Oh, I do, yeah. I have one thing about cannibals.
Ooh.
Right? So apparently, if you see a sofa on the side of the road, it's a trap. Because they want you to get out and investigate the sofa, But when you get out of your car to look at the sofa, the cannibals get you. They'll jump out and they'll get you.
Well, why a sofa?
I don't know. There's probably just something they found. Like if you saw a sofa on the road, if you were doing like investigation at Clinton Road and you saw a sofa, you'd be like, "Was there a sofa? Let's investigate."
No,
I might. I'm not going to now.
You see all kinds of garbage laying around the road,
but not on
all the time.
But not on Clinton Road because I think, like the local rangers and stuff, I think they're pretty good about cleaning that area. So if a whole sofa's there, it's weird.
I mean, like
it's weird for a sofa to be.
I feel like you have a better chance of catching someone if you're a cannibal. If you're gonna like, I don't know, kidnap somebody's dog and cut its leg to make it limp across the road and then just throw it out into the road. You're gonna make somebody stop then.
Well, that's morbid, but
I mean, it's true though.
The people they're targeting don't have. It's tourists. They don't have their dog with them.
Well, I know, but most people will stop for a dog.
Well, I guess you're a better cannibal than them.
I guess. I mean, maybe I'm just fucking smarter than they are because they're using a sofa. What is this? The 1970s?
Everyone used sofas for traps in the 1970s. That's a fact. I don't know the story.
We don't know.
The story that I saw said a sofa. So if we see a sofa when we're driving,
we're definitely stopping.
We'll let you know. Yeah, I think we could take a couple cannibals. I'm not too worried about it. So sure. That's all I have.
What I have is about mafia and hitmen.
Oh yes.
So
and this is a true story.
100%. Yes, in 1983, a cyclist discovered the body of Daniel Deppner. He was dead. The cyclist discovered him because there were vultures circling around his corpse.
Yikes.
He allegedly was involved with the mob and was a car thief. Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman, aka the Iceman,
Chuck Liddell,
a hitman, confessed to killing him, and an autopsy was done on Daniel, proved that he had ice crystals in his blood vessels, meaning that he was frozen for a certain amount of time before his body was dumped, because his organs had decayed faster than his skin did.
Well, that was the Iceman's MO, right? He would
guess.
I think he did it. He would freeze the body, so it made determining the time of death more difficult for the police to give himself some cover.
But I also have a bonus fact about Clinton Road.
Bonus fact.
So in my research, I came across there was a Clinton Road horror movie.
Oh yeah,
in production in 2019, starring Eric Roberts and Ice-T.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ice-T.
Yeah, that's weird.
It supposedly entered post-production in January of 2019. Whether it's out now, I have no idea.
I do believe it. I think I watched a portion of it on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube. So
now the quote of
I've had it with these motherfucking ghosts on this motherfucking road.
No, but like the quote from IMDb.
Oh, look out! It's 70 lions.
It says a widowed firefighter seeks closure after his wife goes missing on an actual haunted road in rural New Jersey, but must unlock the road's secret if he wants to get out alive. So right there, it already sounds like shit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. We're probably gonna have to watch it.
But I mean, it also has Ice-T in it.
Yeah.
So it's a shit movie. Sorry, Ice-T, if I offended you.
Yeah, if you're watching this,
you star in shitty movies.
If you're watching this, Ice-T, I don't know if I like your movie. I haven't seen it, but I think we're probably gonna have to watch it and do a review.
Yes, I think we will.
I think it's an hour
and it's called Clinton Road.
It's a good title for it. You can't knock the title.
I guess.
I
did watch the trailer for it, and it looks horrible.
Well, yeah. If I was going to make a movie about Clinton Road, it would be called
There is specifically a scene in the trailer where it's Ice-T. It's like, you can't go out there. You know how dangerous that road is.
Don't go on that road. A lot of trucks on that road.
Oh.
That was Judd from Pet Sematary.
Sure. I haven't seen that movie.
John Lithgow.
I don't know who that is.
He's an actor.
Okay.
All right. So, what we're gonna do? Are we going down in the morning? Right.
Probably.
Getting here early. So I don't know if we're going to stay until 12 to do all that. But I feel like that's going to give us an advantage. Because what most people do when they go to research this, they'll go and they'll drive on the road at night and they'll try and, find something spooky. Oh, and I have two stories after this about Clinton Road from when I went before. And they try to find something spooky. They'll do the quarter thing on the bridge. What I think would be cool is if we went during the day and tried to find some physical evidence, right? I feel like not a lot of people do that. So,
probably not.
Like
because I feel like most people are going to drive down the road.
So we'll do that hike. We'll look for weird animal prints. See if we can find 70 lions. Footprints.
That would be dope.
Yeah, if we just found hundreds of lion footprints, that'd be real good. We'll look for like occult like graffiti and stuff. See if we can get some pictures of that. And maybe we'll stay till night. We're definitely going to the Grasshopper Irish Pub. I've been craving fish and chips since the last time I was there and didn't get the fish and chips. I got bangers and mash. Big mistake. Here. Don't get the bangers and mash.
No, not good.
It was fine, but I really wanted the fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, I went with my friend Kelsey and Ebony and my wife. They're actually going to be featured in a video pretty soon. Anyway, Ebony got the fish and chips and it looked really good, and I was there with my stupid bangers and mash. So we're going to go there too. But anyway, that's what we're going to do there. We'll talk more about that when it gets closer.
Yes.
My two bonus stories of personal experience that I had. My wife took a picture the last time we went when we did drive down the road at night. And is there a ghost in the picture? I'm going to put it right here, and you can decide if it's a ghost.
Neat.
It's an interesting picture. And then the first time I went, something legitimately strange happened to me. I don't know if I've told you about this. This might be new information. So we went there during like midday and we stayed all day. And we ended up hiking close to like when the sun was going down, right? So we're going up this hill, and I don't know if we like sat down to rest or something, but we're looking at the sky. And all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, the sky changes shades of color. Literally. Like,
okay.
Like, picture if you just lost like an hour and a half while the sun was going down. Right? Like, it's
interesting.
It was real weird. And I'm not making this up. This happened. Like, it was like semi-bright, and then in an instant, it was almost dark. Like, you turned off a light in a house. And the person I was with didn't notice. And it was real weird. Like, I don't know what happened. I think I was abducted by aliens. I don't know. Because there's also reports of
maybe you were
lights.
abducted by fairies.
Maybe I was abducted by the Jersey Devil.
Ooh.
We'll find out. Rematch. Are you playing Pokemon Go right now?
No.
He is. He's tapping away at Pokemon Go over there.
He's doing a raid, all right?
He's raiding a Giratina over there.
I am.
What you got?
I was invited.
Umbreon?
I do.
All
My
right.
perfect Umbreon.
So do we want to move on to our next segment here? Some movie theater butter podcorn?
Movie theater butter podcorn.
Insert theme song?
Theme song.
That's not what it is. We don't have one.
Yeah, we don't have one.
So I'll go first. I finally finished solving my second Hunt a Killer. That's some glare right there. My second Hunt a Killer box. I've determined one person that is innocent. So they're off my suspect list. Up here on the wall, I have a murder board, which you can't see. So I've been keeping track of.
For a second, I thought he was actually trying to solve the murder.
Yeah. Which isn't out of the realm of possibility. If you have a murder that you want me to try and solve, I'm through 2 Hunt a Killer boxes, so I have some experience. Okay? So you, in the comments, I'll help you out for a fee. I'm about for a fee. I'm not going to do it for free. I'm about 5 episodes into Bly Manor. And I've been watching a lot of Twitch streaming, particularly Gabby Smulders. I've been watching a lot of her indie horror streams. Phasmophobia I've been watching her Resident Evil 2 streams. Have you heard of that?
No.
So Phasmophobia it's like a multiplayer indie horror game where you're playing ghost hunters, and you collect different ghost hunting implements like spirit boxes and just like motion sensors and stuff. And you're sent to different places, and you have to determine what kind of ghost it is and stuff.
Okay.
And you level up, and it just looks real fun. But Gabby Smolders, if you like Twitch, go check her out. And as we said last week, we're thinking about getting into Twitch as well. We're still working out the kinks. Apparently it's hard to set up. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know.
I really haven't researched it, and probably I'm going to be the one that figures out how to do it all. So.
He's the gamer. I'm not really a video game guy. He's playing a video game right now.
I am trying to catch a Giratina right now.
But I figure if like 12-year-olds playing Fortnite can figure it out, we can probably figure it out. So, right? I'm not too worried about it.
Maybe. We are old.
Yeah. And I think that's all I've been doing.
I mean, all I've been doing is basically watching Bly Manor. So
it's pretty good.
I haven't watched any episodes in the last 2 days, which is unfortunate, but
we're busy.
Yeah, we're busy. We're parents. So that's how it goes. Other than that, I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Just Bly Manor. On episode 4 or something like that.
How do you like it so far?
It's good. I mean, it's not as scary as Hill House, but I mean, from what I understand, someone did tell us that it gets creepier after the episode we're on, so maybe we're in for some spookier stuff.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll move on to questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do a question or 3. All right, so Gomezric, constant contributor over at the Instagram. He wants to know what our opinion about remakes of classic horror movies is.
I
guess he just said movies in general, but I think he was referring to horror movies.
I mean, horror movies definitely do it. Yeah. If you're going to do it right. If you're going to do it right and pay homage to the original, but make it updated and more gory, do it. That's my opinion.
I think I also agree, do it, because even if you remake it and it's bad, it doesn't get rid of the old one, right? Like,
true.
The new Nightmare on Elm Street is garbage. Everyone knows that. And I like Jackie Earle Haley. It wasn't his fault, but like the movie's bad. But I can still go watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, no one's stopping me from doing that.
It's true.
So
there's nothing stopping you.
Yeah. So if I get a few good horror remakes, like the Evil Dead remake and the Friday the 13th remake, and the only cost for that is that sometimes there's a Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm willing to pay that price. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So I say, go ahead and do it.
I caught my Giratina, by the way.
Very glary. You're just gonna have to trust him. I think I stopped catching legendaries. The raids stressed me out. I don't know, man. I have an Articuno.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped playing for a while because raids made it very not fun for me.
Yeah, it added pressure to it. Like, it was a fun.
Now that remote raids exist, much better.
Don't even know what that is.
Meaning someone just invited me while we were sitting here, and I was able to join said raid and help them beat it and capture it.
Bo Cillier wants to know scariest horror movies with no blood or gore.
I don't know.
I'll field this one. So, the 2 that come to mind immediately is the Blair Witch Project.
Oh yes.
Which I am actually not a huge fan of. I know that's controversial. I'm not a huge fan. I do like it. I don't love it. But it is widely, a lot of people say that it's a really great movie. And it doesn't really have any blood or gore, so you got to put it on there. And
I personally am not really into the whole first-person kind of found footage camera movies.
It can be done right. There's some that I really like. Like
I mean, Cloverfield was all right.
I like Cloverfield.
It was all right, but I mean, still, like, I don't know. Like, I like kind of the third-person view, so you can see more of what's going on.
I definitely prefer it, 100%. And then another found footage, Paranormal Activity, really doesn't have that much gore. I mean, the dude gets, spoiler, the dude gets thrown at a camera at the end. But that's pretty much the only, like, death in the movie, I think. Like, it's just,
I don't know,
like,
I haven't seen it.
We'll have to watch it. It's pretty good. I mean, it is good. It was better when it first came out because everyone was like, is it real? Is it actually real? Now everyone knows it's not.
Well,
spoiler,
obviously.
It's not real.
It's not real. Ghosts aren't real.
But it is a good movie, and there's no blood or gore in it. I'm probably wrong, and there's forgetting a super gory scene.
No, maybe.
So those are my 2 answers. And Also, a horror movie doesn't need blood or gore to be scary, right? Like, I think a lot of times atmosphere and suspense and just stuff like that is more important than blood and gore.
Yeah, I mean, like, one horror movie that I did really enjoy was Annabelle, mostly because I saw it in the theater, and the part in the movie where like she was running up from the parking garage and she like tripped up the stairs and she looked behind her, and in the dark you could just barely see a figure on the next landing below her. For me, like, it was really awesome because in the theater, it took everyone in the theater like a second or two to realize what they were seeing, and then everybody was like and it was really cool. It was a cool experience.
I'm the other way around. I've also thought of another really good answer. I'm the other way around. I hate it when people make noises in movie theaters. Yeah. Like, I don't like to go, like, I love horror movies. I hate seeing horror movies in the theater. I'll go and do it. Like, if it's Halloween, I'm not going to wait for Halloween to come out. Like, I got to go see it, you know?
That's like, we saw The Mist in the theater too, right?
The Mist?
Yeah, I think we did.
Dude, The Mist came out in like
forever ago. We were in college, but
did we go see The Mist?
I think so.
I don't think that's true.
But anyway,
we're gonna get that.
I remember
we're gonna do
seeing
some research.
Get
back to it
in the theater, and the part where that Bible humping chick in the grocery store freaking got killed.
That does happen in that.
Everybody in the theater was like, "Yes, finally!"
If I was there, as you say, I would have hated that. I like watching horror movies at my house.
I could have swore we saw it together.
In the dark, alone, or with one other person or multiple people if they're willing to be quiet, and I will ask them to leave if they're not. Because you killed the suspense. It's not scary if people are talking.
Yeah, and remember when we saw Jurassic World together the first time? And that dude spent the entire time on his phone in front of us?
People make me mad.
And Mandy yelled at him, and then you were like,
and your shirt's not cool.
Shirt's not cool.
I don't like your shirt either. You're on your cell phone, your shirt's not cool.
Oh, good times.
I'm glad theaters are closed.
Well, they're opening back up now.
I wish all movies came out to streaming. And I know it's controversial, and I love going to the movies if it's a positive experience, but it's usually not. And bring back ushers to keep people quiet, and I'll go back to the movies. All right, The Exorcist. Really not very much blood and gore?
There's vomit, though.
Yeah, that's not blood or gore.
It's still fucking gross.
It's pea soup.
I mean, actually, have you seen pea soup?
Yes, I've seen The Exorcist.
It's gross.
Fun fact: when we were in college, were you in Interhall? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, we were in charge of running the haunted houses, and our actor that played The Exorcist had to actually swallow cold green soup and spit it out. Anyway, next question.
Poor sap.
Yeah. Did Luke? This is a non-horror related question. This is a Star Wars question. Did Luke get his green kyber crystal from Qui-Gon's lightsaber?
I wish this were true.
That would.
But
it should. That's
since
how it should.
Disney took over Star Wars, that wouldn't even be canon. I don't even think it was canon.
I was gonna say, was that in a book?
But
it's not.
That would be awesome.
But it's not canon
because they have this whole thing with kyber crystals. Oh, it's a clear crystal, and you got to touch it, and then it changes fucking color.
But maybe
just lame.
But what happens to a kyber crystal? Like, so someone has a crystal. Qui-Gon Jinn has his crystal. He touches it. It turns green, right? After he dies, does it go back to being clear, or is it still green?
No, it would still be green.
So Luke could take it then.
I mean, in theory, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does turn clear, but like, I don't know.
Well, then it could still turn green again after you touch it. Yes, Luke got his crystal from Qui-Gon Jinn.
No, he probably didn't.
But no one said that.
However, that would be dope.
It's the thing that makes the most sense because he had that box of stuff from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think originally in the extended universe, he synthetically made the crystal. Just like Darth Maul did with his crystals a furnace or whatever it is that he did. He had like 4 crystals for his lightsaber. But I think originally in the extended universe, that's what he did. He synthetically.
But that's not canon anymore. Until Disney.
But it is not canon anymore.
Until Disney tells us that it's not true, I'm saying yes.
Sure. I mean, I'm going to disagree, but sure.
All right. It's the most logical thing because he had that box of Obi-Wan stuff, which probably had the crystal in it. He made his lightsaber based off of the stuff that was in the box. I say yeah, but maybe not. All right.
Probably not.
So do we want to do a sign off? You got anything else?
I don't have anything
All
else.
right. I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1.
Carry on.